Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax, let us talk all about it before you log off.
All right, what's up, everybody? Sir and Carter here again with EmmaSkies.
Hello.
And we're doing another recap, reaction, whatever you want to call it, and critique of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. I'm very excited about this one, actually.
This is one you were waiting for?
I don't know if it's like one I'm waiting for, but I don't know. It's just like each episode in this season, which is season 2, everybody, keeps getting better and better for some reason.
Before we get too far into it, we should point out where this is season 2, episode 4.
Season 2, episode 4. Did you come up with the title in your notes on this one?
No.
Ooh, come on.
Would you like to share it with the class?
I don't have the title actually on this one because
that's what I thought, you piece of shit.
First of all, I was busy. So that's what happened. But anyway, episode 4 picks up right where episode 3 left off. As we know, Ty and Tandy just did their superhero thing. They went into the place where the sex trafficking or the people trafficking. I don't really know if they were sex trafficking yet.
It was sex trafficking.
You don't know what it is. They don't say what it is. They don't say what it is. Was going down. They were saving the girls. Mayhem came in there, and she was getting ready to blast everybody. And all of a sudden, Ty goes crazy, opens up the dark side inside of him, and sucks in Mayhem, of course. And then we get the Dark Zone. So now we see Ty and we see Tandy. Like, wait, did they teleport back? No.
Yeah, they teleported back to the church, and she's like, what the fuck did you just do?
Yes, so that's what happened. That's right, because they have their little conversation about what just happened, and Ty kind of finally reveals that in season 1, at the end, he used that same ability to suck up Connors.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that's why nobody can find Connors.
How in the world did you forget the climax?
I have no idea. I should have watched the last episode before we started the season, and I was like, nah, I remember everything. And then as soon as you said that, I was like, that's right. That's why no one can find him.
Yes, yeah, because he is totally just like off the reservation altogether. I don't understand why Tandy was upset. Like, okay, he kept it.
I think
from
it
her.
was another thing. Yeah, it was the same thing as before. It's like she's just pissed off that he didn't tell her.
In my notes, I wrote, so like they're arguing about it back and forth and everything like that, and she realized what she has to do to get Mayhem back, because Mayhem is in there, of course. And then I wrote in the notes, I said, Tandy wants to go inside of Ty. Gross. Yes. Very much so.
That's horrible. I like that it just like he just starts with make me afraid. I'm like, this is gonna go well.
Oh yes. So he thinks the only way to actually activate that ability is he has to be scared. So he prompts her to make him afraid of her, which I was like, how is that? Like, you know, she doesn't want to kill you, or she's not going to kill you. Like, what are you going to do?
She doesn't have to kill me. You can be afraid of pain. All right. I thought there was going to be like some stabbing going on. I think I wrote in the notes. I think I said, it says lame. I thought she was going to stab him or something, not scare him with feelings.
Good Lord. Jeez.
She's got knives, all right?
And
That's the obvious choice.
She was throwing them like bullseye, first of all. And I was just like, where is that coming from? How are you that accurate to where you can just like barely miss his cheek with each throw?
She's been practicing.
Okay, nobody practices with like a few months and then they can throw it like at pinpoint accuracy.
You don't know her life?
I do.
It's all that very rigorous ballet training she's doing.
All that rigorous ballet training that you said she was doing wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So they get to talking, and like Emma just previously said, feelings is the trigger that makes him afraid. I guess the feeling of letting Connor go, was it? And then not being able to stop him?
Well, it was like this idea that she kind of put forward that the whole reason he hasn't even tried to bring Connors back out is because he's afraid of facing life at that point. Like right now, he can control everything. It's like, if I wanted to, I could let him out and everything would be fine. I'm in control of the situation. But as soon as he lets go of that, he has no control over what happens. And she's kind of calling him out on being a coward and
Wow.
Thinking, trying to basically just acting like, this is something he has to do and this is just my life now. And it's like, no, you're making it like this. You could change it if you wanted to, but you're scared to. And I'm going to call you out on it.
I didn't get the coward thing from it, but
Coward.
I guess that's what some people got from it. Whatever. So he finally activates his little ability after he realizes how scared he is of that situation, and Tandy just waltzes right on in like it's a happy Sunday because, you don't know what's on the other side, but you're cool with just jumping in. So she goes in and instantly sees a whole bunch of pennies on the ground. I don't know what the reference to that is.
I felt like I should remember what that is, and it was one of those, like, I feel like I should know this, and I don't.
I don't know what it was at all.
For the life of me, remember.
When I initially saw it, because I didn't know, first of all, I have Freeform for free since I have it with my Xfinity, and I could have just been watching episodes like that.
Not free because you're paying for Xfinity.
Well, you know what I mean. I have access to Freeform. Good Lord. I thought the pennies were blood because whenever I looked down at it, my internet, I guess, slowed down, so it got a little fuzzy for a little bit, and I was like, why is there just a whole bunch of blood in a pile like that? But
why does it sound like metal?
It was pennies. So she follows the trail all the way back up to the Roxxon gas station, which we actually now see that it says Roxxon above.
I was curious about that because I was like, last time we were super confused on why it was a gas station. I was like, did we both miss that it was a Roxxon station and we're idiots?
I don't think so. I think the lights were off, right? Yeah.
I can't remember.
We both cannot be.
Because I was really surprised. I was like, oh, okay, well, now that makes sense.
And then she's like, okay, yeah, of course, it makes sense. And instantly she sees a
baby Ty.
apparition of Baby Ty, which I actually like that actor. That actor seemed like he did a good job at that role, playing some strange entity that apparently lives within Ty.
No. Well, it lives within the darkness, not within Ty. Like, it kind of likens itself to, like, it's like, people have different names for what they see me as in different cultures, like Papa Legba,
But Ty is the darkness.
He harnesses the darkness.
But he harnesses it within himself.
Oh my god, whatever.
so she, what was it? Papa Shango? What was his name?
Papa Legba.
Papa Legba tells...
But, like, that's not his name. He's just, like, in other cultures, like, I'm called this, this, and this. That's the only one that I remember.
Well, that's the one we're going to go with because that's the one you said, and I can't remember any of the other names. And I know it actually has a comic book source. I didn't get to look it up because we're kind of going right into this right after watching the episode. But I know,
and he talks about the gauntlet of transactions, and I was like, that sounds like something from a comic book. I don't know if that's in like a
Infinity Gauntlet, maybe.
I don't know, man.
Maybe the Snap plays some part in
if they
this.
all start disappearing, I swear to God,
that would be amazing. He also referred to Tandy and Ty as, oh crap, I wrote it down in the notes. They're the divine pairing, yes. Mm-hmm. He said she's like one half of the divine pairing or something like that. And I was like, oh, so it's known in the cosmic realm that these two like are the yin and yang to each other. Like they kind of go together. I like that. I like that little subtle hint.
So in all of the time that we're talking about this, the other thing that's going on simultaneously that we kind of skipped over is back at the police station, because Mayhem didn't kill all the people because he did not get the chance to. They're all at the police station now. They're all getting questioned. And they see the wanted poster of Ty, and somebody figures out he knows where this kid is. He knows who it is. He knows how to go after him now. I'm
trying to think how many saw him, though. Like, he was in and out.
I only took one.
Yeah, but was it that one guy that was there? Like, really?
I mean, to be fair, he wasn't exactly sneaky there at the end.
Yeah, I guess everybody saw the dark show that just went down. So I'll give it that. But that one guy, he makes his one phone call, which I don't know if it's still a thing in the judicial system, but apparently it is in New Orleans. So he makes his phone call to rat on Ty and tell the rest of the gang.
You want to call a lawyer?
No, he's all about keeping that gang, informed about everything. What was the name of the gang?
The Uptown Kings.
Uptown Kings. It's probably another reference in the comic book. I just can't remember. And from that one name, they're able, I guess, to know the location of Ty's mother's house, which is interesting because I'm like, is there not multiple Tyrone Johnsons in the city of New Orleans?
No, just the one.
Ah, okay.
Just the one.
Back in the negative zone or the dark zone or whatever with Tandy and Papa Shango or Sean, whatever his name is. Actually, it's a wrestler's name, so there you go. Boom. He's telling her how to find Mayhem. You know, they have their conversation. She says she's looking for, you know, a crazy woman. And he said, I've seen half of one. And he gives her this type of, what are those things? Those lookout things.
Yeah. The telescopes they have at, like, tourist attractions. Yeah,
the telescopes. And tells her she has to pay the price for it, you know, to use it. And it has her little dagger symbol on there. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, I got to give up my ability.
My powers,
to use this thing. Now, I thought this was like a permanent thing. Like.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I didn't get that. No, because he's just like, if you want to go in there, you got to give this up. And then if you use it, you know, you're out. So
yes, I thought it was like it was done
forever.
Yeah, no. I had the impression it was done.
That would have been a real quick decision.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I was like, maybe that's how desperate she is to find these girls. Because she was going in to find Mayhem to find the girls. I don't know if we said that, but that's what she is doing. So she puts one of her daggers in. She gets a coin. I wrote in there, I want one of those Cloak and Dagger coins.
I have that in all caps. I want that coin.
Wow. So then if you look at mine, I have the exact same thing in all caps, except for I put AMD for some reason. I was typing really fast. She gets one of the coin that has her superhero sigil on there, and on the back has a cloak sigil, which is pretty cool.
Which I feel like I should have noticed then that it took both of their powers, but I didn't. Like, that didn't click for me until Ty couldn't use his powers.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get that.
Tandy took his powers, too, because she flips it over, and it's like, you guys are connected. Not one of you can have your powers and the other can't.
I just simply thought he couldn't use his abilities because she was inside him.
No, because she gave it up. So that's why when she pulled out her light daggers, he could immediately use his powers again.
Yeah, because I put Ty can't teleport, and I just automatically thought, like, okay, she's inside. Maybe that's what it is. He can't teleport because she's inside. Wow. Okay, I like that. So she looks through the looking glass thing. She sees a mall called the Esplanade, I think. Esplanade, was that?
Yeah, the Esplanade, depending on how you pronounce it.
What is it? Is it stand for something?
And it's just a mall.
Oh, okay. So she goes.
What did you call it?
I wrote down Esplanade or Esplanade. I thought that's what it was. Okay.
Esplanade.
I was looking up and down, trying to like write and do this at the same time. I was on a schedule.
Esplanade.
Forgive me, jeez. I thought it was just a Spanish place. I was like, okay, she's going into a little Mexican store. Cool.
Oh my god.
We're about to get some Latin flavor in here. That's cool.
God, I'm gonna cry.
Wow, how dare you? How dare you? So anyway, she sees herself entering the mall and going inside, she like pretty much immediately finds Mayhem. And
right off the bat.
Yeah, and Mayhem hems her up and is like, what are you doing here? Mayhem says she's been there for hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been there for hours and there's no way out. Tandy tells Mayhem she needs her to get out. Like, they need to work together, blah, blah, blah. Back in the real world, Ty has met up with his mother and interrupted his mother, by the way, looking at a whole bunch of different documents and paper and everything like that.
She's got the Beautiful Mind investigation vibe going on.
She definitely does. It's like there's papers everywhere, except for she's not crazy.
Yet.
And Ty sneaks up on her. Doesn't want to say hello, mom, or anything like that. Nothing. And of course, his mom grabs a heater, and she's ready to shoot that thing as quick as possible. But she sees Ty, and then you get the little nice reunion.
Is it a nice reunion though? She's like, "Are you stupid? Why are you still here?"
It's 8 months. You haven't seen your son, or you haven't seen your mother in 8 months, and I would think any reunion would be fine. Like they're.
I love the whole sequence of them running because she's just like questioning his every move. And I think I even wrote in the notes, damn, mom's upset that she raised a street dumb kid.
Pretty much, yes. And then, so she was raised kind of in the streets too, right? Because they kind of made
it. Like she carjacked a car.
She carjacked a car. She told the kid, like towards the end of the episode, that she was raised at a certain block or whatever to kind of make him feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing she may have not had like this whole like life that she has now of like private schools and, you know, and nice money and stuff. But I'm wondering, is there more crookedness in there? Like,
and the other thing that we skipped over is when Tandy was trying to get a rise out of Ty, like she mentions that his parents are separated.
Oh, did she? I totally didn't, because I wrote in here, I'm like, where's Dad the whole time?
Yeah, no, she even mentions straight up, she's like, your parents are separated from each other, from you. Wow. I was like, all right, I guess we're just not going to address this. Like, could they not get the actor for very long this season?
I feel like it was one of those things. Because I don't feel like it was one of those, you know, this is going to help the story. I think we probably couldn't get the actor. Because they only had one scene with him the last time, remember? And I was like, he just looks like he's happy. Like, just walking around, which is just weird. All right, so Mayhem and Tandy back in the Shadow Realm or whatever. They're all in the mall, and they come up against a wall of mirrors. Mayhem can't see her reflection in these mirrors, but Tandy can see like 4 different reflections of herself in these mirrors. Mm-hmm. Like a little science lab coat on one of herself, a ballerina outfit on another one. She's wearing some... what did it say? Don't try me or don't test me or something. Shirt.
Not today.
Yeah, there you go. Not today. And she's wearing. She has the blade in her hand. She has the light blade in her hand in that one. So I don't know. Maybe different choices she can possibly go.
Different paths she could have gone down in her life. Maybe
different personality traits of herself already. So they don't explain too much because she touches the glass and they all just merge into one, right?
Yeah.
And then they just on an escalator after that.
Yeah, it's a mall.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta get around.
So, what happened in between? Did they go back to Ty? Because the episode jumps back and forth between Ty out in the real world and Tandy into the little shadow world or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's why it was kind of hard to keep back and forth.
Well, I want to say that's about the time that they go into the store where they see all the cloaks. They see all the ponchos.
Oh yeah, Tandy. Yeah, because it says, I wrote down, they see a whole bunch of hanging clothes. Somebody's been, like, living there, basically, for a while. And it looks like they've been hanging all these cloaks around, like, I don't know what you call it, like an altar or like a shrine.
There's like some Blair Witch stuff going on in there.
Yeah, it was weird. But I instantly...
And she makes the point that, like, somebody's afraid of Ty. Like, that's what this is. And that's when you're like, oh, okay, this is where Connor's...
Yeah, it's clearly Connor's. Yeah, like, you can tell. He's the only person that's been in there. Everybody's looking for him, blah, blah, blah. Definitely, it was Connor's. And then
then they jump back to Ty's mom.
And that's just when they're still on the run, right? They get on the bus.
Yeah, they go into that school. Ty has like the whole thing about the vampires. He tells his mom that story.
Yeah, they have a little one-on-one heart-to-heart. And
she's very proud of her son's history lesson. She's got that proud mom smile. It's very cute.
She's wondering where he got the story from, trying to get a little more information about his personal life. And she finds out about Evita and who Tandy is. And she says she does not like Tandy.
I don't like that one.
And, that she stole her ID, of course, for her job. And that was back in, like, season 1 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Back in the Shadow Realm area, they come upon a record store, Mayhem and Tandy. I also wrote in here, I don't like the one-on-one between Tandy and Mayhem. Not like the acting thing, just the influence that Mayhem is throwing towards Tandy. Because I already figured out. I was like, as soon as they get one-on-one with each other, this is more brainwashing and manipulation. Get out of here with all that.
It's just more persuasion.
Get out of here with all that. And then the line about men have their own power structure and stuff like that. Get out of here. I was like,
she's not wrong. I even wrote that. I was like, again, Mayhem ain't wrong.
No, I said Mayhem feeding her ideas into Tandy's head. Yeah, something about men and their power structure. Get out of here. I was like, I knew this. I knew you would like that. I knew you would like that. Mm-hmm. They find the record store anyway, and inside the record store, all the records, well, majority of the records are all labeled with the missing girls.
It's like they're all the records of their disappearances.
I'm going to add crickets to that part. You know that, right? Yes. So anyway, and they also find a sign or an aisle or whatever of records that have Tandy's name on it, which is interesting because I'm not. It's confusing to me now where they actually are.
Right.
Are they inside of like Ty's subconscious or something like that, or is this just an actual?
No, you gotta separate this from Ty.
Okay.
This is not part of necessarily him. He's like a conduit to it, but it's not like this dark realm isn't Ty's subconscious.
Okay, so then if that's the case, then what is manifesting all these things that are personal to them?
That is a very good question that we don't know the answer to.
Yeah, I'm like, where is all this stuff coming from? So she's...
Well, I mean, they're only just figuring out that this thing exists, so hopefully they're going to go into it more and explain more as Ty and Tandy learn more about it themselves.
I will say I do like that they are really showing off powers and showing like all these different abilities in this series, as as opposed to making it just kind of like a straight teen drama with a little bit of power sprinkled on top or something. Like, I like
that's been one of my favorite things about Ty now being on the run is that he's not in high school anymore.
Oh yeah,
so you don't have to deal with that side of it. Like, I don't have to see the kid in school side of it anymore, and I'm like, I'm fine with that.
And I don't think they'll ever go back to that. I think, I don't see them going back to that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway.
But so while Tandy is looking through, all the crappy moments of her life, as she describes it, she finds the ones that are still shrink wrapped.
Yes, and 3 of them.
Is this the future? Is it like, why are these? Why? What is this? And then you realize as she's going through them that they're memories that she blocked from her own self.
I thought they were the future. I'm not going to lie at first. I did think they were like different futures.
Yeah, I wrote down what all the symbols were too, because I was like, are these going to be important for the future? But no, they're not.
What symbols did you see? Oh, like the headphones?
Yeah, it was a mobile with like lightning, the headphones, the doorknob.
That's so weird. Yeah, I would have probably looked at that as like a symbol too, the mobile with the lightning and everything like that. But yeah, okay. And did you hear the acoustic version of "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time"?
I thought that was so on the nose. I actually heard that. I was like, "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" is a little on the nose for a memory of your abusive father.
Wow, like, that's terrible.
That was a choice.
That was a good choice. Yeah.
I didn't love that. I thought that was.
What are you talking about? That was one of the best parts. I was like, this is like a perfect setting, because it sounded to me like Tandy singing it. Was it not her?
I don't know if it was Olivia Holt. I don't know.
If it was her, it felt, that'd be perfect.
I don't know. It felt disrespectful.
Trivializing. She's having a childhood traumatic memory of her abusive parents, because they weren't abusive to her.
Years, hit baby one more time.
They weren't abusive to her. They were. No. The dad was just abusive to the mother. And a child is going to be affected by that. They see everything that goes on around them. They hear all the stuff that goes around. Even when Tandy went into the memory where she had the headphones on, she can hear through.
So
whatever
the memory,
music was playing.
That side of it is fine. The song choice felt vaguely disrespectful to the situation.
I think it was spot on.
I'm sure. Yeah. But I really I liked this whole sequence with her, because like her whole thing with finding out that her father was abusive was like she never knew, if she'd known, maybe she could have done something, maybe she could have changed things, and she's realizing that she did know.
She always knew. Yes, she just blocked them away. This is this is very good character development, and I like the reaction of her smashing one, with the realization of this, like this is gone on. I blocked all this, but this has gone on. And I like the scene of her, like she hears her parents when her mom's like, I've lost my keys, and she hears, the abuse going on, of her just walking out. Like that's how she dealt with this, is ignoring it and just going on. Yeah, like I don't know.
And I liked that part, because it was after the second one, when she was going to open the third, Mayhem tells it. She's like, you don't have to do, like, don't listen to that. You don't need to do this.
Which I was like, more Mayhem just feeding stuff into her head.
Well, because it showed that Mayhem isn't all bad. Like, she has compassion.
And she's got to you too. She's gotten to you too. She has compassion. No, this is a psychopath.
In that moment.
This is a psychopathic character that kills people.
Depth.
No, she's gotten to you too. That's exactly what this is. Mm-hmm. Out in the real world,
Ty needs his powers back.
Ty and his mother get caught by one of the younger members of the gang. And
the one that he saved.
The one that he saved, yes, from the previous episode.
Yes.
And the guy is shaken. He's visibly shaken. He calls his gang members because he feels like he's like he owes them, or he has to be loyal to them with everything. And so he calls it in like it's like a police call or something, and tells them the location. And Ty and his mother calmly try to talk him, into reconsidering his decision. And it works. Ty smoothly snatches the gun out of his hand, like, you ain't about to shoot nobody. Give me that.
It wasn't nothing.
And but it's too late because the gang members are already shown up, and they're there to kill both of them. Ty quickly thinks of an idea, talks to the guy, has him or lets him use his cell phone, and he calls.
I thought that was very smart.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty smart too.
Yeah.
He called.
I thought about, like, I freaked out at first. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna call the police, and I was like, wait a minute. As soon as he gets his powers back, just fucking teleport out of jail.
Just go, yeah.
If you make it to jail.
Yeah, that was a good. I really like that too. So when Ty calls the police to turn himself in, they show up. They show up in full SWAT like gear, and they're ready to just bombard whatever. Knowing also with the knowledge of it's a teenager and he
is unarmed because Bridget told them. Because
Bridget literally told them. Another fellow officer told them. They let Bridget even go in first to get Ty's mother, and they still went in like fully ready to take down. Yeah, because that's what
Bridget tells that cop. She's like, he's unarmed, because she sees her going in guns blazing, and the cop says, so is Connors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which, was he?
He definitely was not. So Ty tries one more time and uses powers, does not work. And this is kind of where you're getting. This is when Tandy smashes the record and realizes she's by herself now in that record shop. Mayhem has taken off someplace. And then you actually see Connors, of course, like we thought from earlier, has been living there for a while. And I
have questions on the sustenance.
Oh, yes. Like, how do they eat?
Yeah, I don't. In this dimension, do you need to use the bathroom? Like, what? I need to know the physical limitations of this dimension.
I feel like I don't think you have to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, there's like some sort of suspended animation.
Yeah, you might be. Like your physical, like that may not be your physical form in that space. Like that just might be your conscience.
But then where is your physical form?
That's another good question. That's another good question. So Mayhem catches Connors and proceeds to start to hang him. Drops him for a second so he can apologize, which she does not care. And then goes right back to hanging Connors, and Tandy interrupts and actually does the right thing by trying to save Connors' life.
She did.
But she gets, handled a little, forcing her to use her ability, which breaks the rules that the previous entity told her, hey, if you're going to go forward with us full journey, you got to go without your powers.
Yeah.
But she manifested her powers, and then a dark fog substance that looked like something from Lost starts to engulf the three characters within the little negative zone, all while SWAT is closing in on Ty, who has decided to just kind of accept that he's about to be arrested, if not shot.
Yeah, that's it.
And at that moment, when the cloud engulfs them all, Ty teleports everybody back to the church. Well,
I figured he teleported and then they came out. I
will say, because we never saw Mayhem come out.
Yeah, so this is where I started to get confused, because Tandy has Mayhem's badge, which I guess is supposed to lead us to believe
that was Connor's badge.
No, I don't think so. I think it was Tandy or Mayhem's, because we didn't see Mayhem come out.
Yeah, but remember when they were walking in the mall and they walked into the spot where Connors had been living, she saw the badge and she pocketed it without Mayhem seeing.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, that was Connor's badge.
Okay, all right. Never mind.
So she has Connor's badge. We see Connors kicking out a window and running out of the church.
The stupidest thing I was visibly angry at this. So Connors jumps out a window and they sit there like, oh, he ran, we can't do anything. Like, he didn't leave 5 seconds ago and you can just run after him and get him. Why are you both sitting there like a bunch of morons?
Well, it kind of looked like Ty was a little exhausted and down.
Then Tandy can go after him.
Well, who knows?
Dagger's back now.
She might. She might win it. I didn't get to see the next episode clip stuff.
Me neither. But it was just stupid. But that they're just gonna sit there and be like, oh well, oh no, stop.
Wait. Terrible. It's all about. I think I will chalk it up to them being tired. That's what I'll say. They've been through
You're so tired that you can't go after the one guy that you've been trying to find for months.
And then here's the other thing. When they catch him, then what do they do?
Hold him.
Hold him until what? Like...
So that the answer then is just let him run and, like, we'll figure it out.
Okay, and then here's the other thing. So now that was the end of the episode, but, like, okay, where is he going to go? Because now that he's back, it proves that he's alive. It clears Ty of cop killing. Where's he going to go, though, now?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
And if Mayhem is out of the dark zone, which, I mean, there was no evidence showing that she is, but I'm guessing that she is, does she go directly after him? Like, I don't, and if she does she kill him? And does that put Ty right back in the same spot? If she does one of those...
Possibly.
You know, but I mean, is it double jeopardy type of thing? But I guess they couldn't
because he hasn't been cleared of it. There's been no trial.
And there was no body before anyway, so now it's just like they find a body or whatever. But I don't know. I really like this season. To me, like I said, it just seems like it keeps getting better with each episode. They haven't, really slowed down at all. I really like the character development they've been doing. So I don't know. It's really getting good now. I'm excited. I'm excited too. I can't wait for the next one, and we'll see where it all picks up on episode 5, which we'll have the name of it next time.
Definitely.
Yeah, we will. I'll remember that to put that. I'll make a note of it. I'll make a note to make the note. So thank you again, Emma.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. And I guess we will see everybody next time on the Cloak and Dagger recap.
Bye. Supposed to say something?
You can say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I'm putting all of this in too. Yeah, I'm putting all of that.